Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, that's it, just allow your eyelids to close. And as they close, just notice that outward breath, relieving any tension. As you breathe in a deep, resourceful breath, giving you whatever you need most right now. As you breathe in and breathe out, just think of the word resourcefulness. And I want you to think of all those things that are resourceful for you. Maybe that's inspiration, maybe relaxation, maybe creativity, or the ability to learn. Just imagine that whatever you're breathing in are the resources you need most right now. And as you exhale, just get a sense that the opposite of a resource is something that takes. It could be tension and stress, intrusive thoughts, distraction, anything that's holding you back, perhaps a limiting belief, self-doubt, this lack of trust in your own abilities. Feel that whatever is holding you back is leaving your body in your outward breath, and what you're breathing in is whatever you need right now. So simply by breathing in and breathing out, you're feeling more and more resourceful and letting go of those things that are getting in your way. And as you feel it leaving your body, notice that tension is melting away from your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, any muscle tension around your forehead, around your temple. Just get a sense that it's leaving your body in your outward breath. So as you breathe in and breathe out, just allow yourself to start going to a place where you've been before. Some people call it a daydream, reverie. Some people call it deep feelings of meditation or mindfulness. But allow your mind to go to that place, the place where inspiration happens easily, that the past is something that you can extract the gold of the wisdom, but let go of any heavy emotions. And as your body relaxes, your mind awakens. Just feel how it would feel for your imagination to awaken. I want you to create an image in your mind of a crystal ball, the kind of crystal ball that a fortune teller at a fair might have. Maybe you could imagine that crystal ball on a table. And I want you to imagine staring into the crystal ball as you start to think about your future. I want you to stare deeply into that crystal ball. And I want you to imagine you're seeing a sandy white beach. Maybe you're seeing crystal clear waters. And I want you to see a future version of you relaxing in the Seychelles. And when you feel like you can imagine what that would be like to see a future version of you looking content, looking happy, looking relaxed, just let me know by nodding your head. And I want you to imagine shifting your focus so that rather than seeing that future version of you, I want you to imagine going into the crystal ball and becoming that version of you. Just imagine what it would feel like to be in your future, there on the Seychelles. And maybe you get a sense that the people you love and care for most are nearby. But right now it's just you on that beach all alone. You can feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. Feel how relaxed you can feel just by hearing the gentle breaking of the waves. And I want you to think that you're in the future that you always wanted. As you start to look back on what it took to get to this place. And I want you to remember a time where the very technology that was designed to set you free perhaps was a source of your attention, a source of your time. And I want you to imagine going back from your future, where everything works out the way that you want, perhaps to the present or the near present, as you start to update your thoughts, beliefs about technology to have it work for you, to create your destiny, rather than be a drain on your time and your energy. So just imagine you're on a beach in the Seychelles, thinking back to where a major shift happened in your life. Certain beliefs were changed, certain thoughts were updated. Just imagine being back in that place, at the point where the shift happened. Breathe in and breathe out and just feel ready to change certain distinctions, certain ideas. As I give you several suggestions, allow your mind to hold on to what makes sense and what resonates, to discard what doesn't feel quite right for you, or to take a selection of these as initial ingredients and then to incubate them, evolve them until they fully form a new way of thinking that genuinely takes your life in the direction that you desire. As you embrace the fast-paced world of ever-changing technology, you feel an unwavering motivation to be at the forefront of innovation. From this point onwards, you will see yourself as a pioneer, a trailblazer, someone that shapes the landscape of the future. These rapid changes in technology don't intimidate you, they excite and invigorate you. You see them as opportunities to create, to develop new solutions, and to leave a lasting impact on the world around you. With each passing day, your desire to be a thought leader in the realm of technology and AI grows even stronger. You envision yourself as a guiding light, inspiring others with your vision and insights. Feel where in your body is determination. Grow it, expand it, amplify it, because your determination to build something that changes the world is unshakable. You draw upon your creative energy to bring your ideas to life, leaving a positive mark on society that resonates for generations. Feel that commitment within you, and your commitment to providing for your family and securing their future is your driving force. Visualize a life where financial stability allows you to provide not only material comforts but also the space for growth, learning, and meaningful experiences. Because your vision of a future of mindfulness and peace becomes your reality. Technology supports your journey rather than hinders it, giving you the tools to find balance, serenity, and moments of quiet reflection. Just as technology evolves, so does your ability to master it. You see yourself as a constant learner, adapting to new trends, tools, and platforms with ease and excitement. And as your learning grows and you put these principles to life in your own reality and your own world, your screen time diminishes effortlessly, and you find yourself engaging more with the world around you. Technology becomes a means to enhance your life, enabling you to savor the beauty of nature, embrace physical activity, and forge meaningful connections. Feel your sense of freedom growing as technology becomes a tool that empowers you. It allows you to maximize your time, be present with your loved ones, and explore your passions without being bound by screens. You confidently step into the future, knowing that you are in control of your relationship with technology. You are the master of your digital domain, harnessing its potential to create, inspire, and live a life filled with purpose, balance, and fulfillment. And then imagine hovering up over yourself and seeing your life evolve over the next days, weeks, months, even years. Seeing what you do, building a team, building applications, becoming a thought leader, how one thing connects to something else, which connects to something else, and see that ripple throughout time until you see yourself lying on a beach in the Maldives, perhaps the Seychelles. Perhaps you see yourself jet-setting around the world in all different wondrous locations. But see yourself in a future where you are content and happy and balanced, and realize that it all came back to a point in time where you made a decision. A decision to do something meaningful, impactful, but to do it on your terms, linked to a strategy that takes your life in the very direction that you desire it. This is all about intention. And if you feel that that intention has now been set, that you've awakened the parts within you that trust your ability to learn what you need to learn and do what is needed to be done, to have a ripple effect throughout your life to the very future that you desire most, just let me know by nodding your head. Allow all of those changes to integrate, synthesize with pre-existing belief systems, to update your mind just like an operating system updates every now and then. Any baggage, any limiting beliefs of the past are just old code, discarded as new code is updated to reflect this new mission, this new future, allowing everything now to conspire with you to create this idea into a reality. And then feel like you're back there on that beach, there in the Seychelles. Feel like what has happened has needed to have happened. You learned what you needed to learn. That you had technology work for you, never a slave to it. And in doing so, it brought you the life that you desire. Imagine walking out into the water, swimming into those warm waters, feeling a sense that you are unlocking everything that you need to create this future. And then imagine staring into a crystal ball, seeing yourself swimming in crystal clear waters, with a deep conviction that you have an idea of what your future looks like, where you're going, what you're doing it for, and what it's going to take to get there. And then breathe in and breathe out. That's it. Return to the present. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, fully integrating into the present, but with all those updated beliefs, strategies, and ideas, and a feeling of deep conviction that you have what it takes to create a self-fulfilling prophecy where the crystal ball becomes your future. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you, starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.